that the bell, we could perhaps go over and see the, no, that would be too far perhaps to go over.
Less is better.
Less is better.
Sorry,
The bell is,
got so much to talk about.
the bell signal is from the Church of Saint-Germain-Auxerrois, just across from the Louvre. That's supposedly rung at, what, about 5 in the morning, is it? Very early in the morning. That is the agreed signal to butcher all the Protestants, who of course are in Paris for the wedding of the king. That's the very cleverly hatched and ghastly massacre that I think is one of the darkest episodes in French history.
How many were massacred?
Probably around 3,000. I've got some contemporary accounts of it. Yeah, all that. I mean, this is a contemporary account. All this day of Sunday, the 24th of August, people were killing, raping, looting, such that the number of those killed this day in Paris and the surrounding neighbourhoods, this person says, exceeded 10,000 people. It's perhaps an exaggeration. They were lords, gentlemen, councillors, lawyers, school children, doctors, everybody. Basically, it was the opportunity where you could settle scores with whoever, not necessarily. I think we should mention that.
No.
It's not just the Protestants who are butchered. Anyone who is thinking, I'd like to finish off my bloody baker who's been overcharging me. I think that comes in too.
So
it's a horrible massacre.
To try to rein things in, because sadly we don't have a week to study that you guys. I'm trying to put this in a tempered dose. Guides always have more to share because they're wise. I totally respect it. I'm trying to put the muzzle on. But when you look at church history, just to summarize here, you see some really sad stuff. You see some cool stuff like Luther went bravely to the Diet of Worms. Then you see the Huguenots. It's a bummer. So when you come here, like, why aren't there any Protestants in France? It's a good question. Well, there's a history. You heard more than most could fathom, but it's a bummer. I went to a church. It was rocking and rolling. We had 300 people in a church plant from the Australians. Hillsong's up right over here in Montparnasse. 4 services a day. It's full bilingual English, and the church in sectors is alive. But there's a sad history. So we say church history is not as exciting. I see it from the perspective of people trying to follow Jesus, and what can we learn from them today, living in where we live, Illinois or wherever. Let's go find coffee and toilets.
Coffee and toilets. I'll just continue this horrid quote, which is for the worst bit. The streets were covered with bodies. The river was red with blood.
That is famous,
Gates and the entrances of the king's palace were painted in the same colour of blood. But the killers did not stop getting drunk on their exploits. And then, of course, you've probably heard about this. The Pope decided to organise a special Te Deum, a hymn of thanks, Te Deum Laudamus, in Rome to celebrate this massacre. I think that does show you the bitterness between the Catholics and the Protestants. It's resolved. I mean, let's move just to a slightly more positive note.
No, let's go to the toilet.
Oh, toilet.
I'm a pain in the Mind you, that was the Catholics of then, not of today. So you